Arnoldo Jimenez. Your wedding day is supposed to be one of the happiest days of your life, but that was not the case for the newlywed 26-year-old Estrella Carerra. Arnoldo Jimenez and Estrella Carerra were married on May 11, 2012, at City Hall in Chicago. Estrella had 2 children, one 9-year-old daughter from a previous relationship, and a 2-year-old son with Arnoldo. The couple had dinner with family and friends that night and then headed to a nightclub, which they left around 4 a.m. on the morning of May 12. It is believed that on the way home, the couple got into an argument in Arnoldo's black 4-door Maserati. Arnoldo allegedly fatally stabbed Estrella multiple times in his car and then dragged her body into her apartment. Estrella's body was left in her bathtub at her apartment, still wearing her wedding dress. When Estrella failed to pick up her children from a family member's house on May 12, her family reported her missing to the police. The next day, police decided to check Estrella's apartment where they found her body. Police confirmed there was no sign of forced entry, and Arnoldo and his car were nowhere to be found.
Right now, in the field, joining me live, Gene Casares, legal correspondent in session. Gene, what happened?
Nancy, they had just gotten married, and then after that, it was time for the celebration. They went out to dinner, they got a limo, they went to a nightclub, and then everybody disbanded about 4 o'clock in the morning. That's the last time anybody ever saw Estrella. She was found in her wedding dress in the bathtub, and her husband, he took off in his $115,000 Maserati.
You know, so many women dream of the moment they walk down the aisle. It's the beginning of happily ever after. And in those vows, you typically say, till death do us part. Little did this bride know, till death do us part meant only about 12 hours. We're taking your calls. Unleash the lawyers. Joining me tonight out of Chicago, Kelly Sandon, former prosecutor, Renee Rockwell, defense attorney, Atlanta, Mickey Sherman, defense attorney and author of How Can You Defend Those People? All right, Renee, the groom is on the run. That's my interpretation. He hasn't been seen. He can't be found. Last seen in a Maserati. Well, why isn't he with the family? Why isn't he grieving? Why hasn't he met with cops?
Arnoldo made a phone call to his sister on May 13 after Estrella's body was found. In the call, he tearfully said that he and Estrella had a bad fight and he had left her bleeding body in the bathtub and then hung up the phone. When Arnoldo's sister tried calling him back, there was no answer. According to family and friends, Arnoldo was very abusive, possessive, and jealous, constantly leaving Estrella with bruises and cuts. Investigators began tracking Arnoldo and found that on May 12 he had used his cell phone in Chicago and in southern Illinois. It was later used in Memphis, Tennessee, and then in Arkansas. On May 13 he had made calls from Houston and then in Hidalgo, Mexico. In September 2012, police made a drug arrest on Arnoldo's brother, Arnoldo Jimenez. During the search of his property, police discovered Arnoldo's black Maserati in the garage. Blood was found inside the car, leading police to the conclusion that Arnoldo had killed Estrella in his car and dragged her body into the bathtub inside her apartment. Arnoldo's brother, Arnoldo Jimenez, spoke on at least 6 different phones with Arnoldo on May 13, the day Estrella was found dead. Arnoldo had allegedly said that there's been an emergency in talks about having a huge problem. Authorities additionally stated that Arnoldo drove Arnoldo to a Texas town near the Mexican border and dropped him off. His parents live in Mexico, and police say they have focused their search in Durango in the city of Santiago Papasquiaro.
Why can't he be a victim also, Nancy? Just because he's not around doesn't mean he hasn't fallen to some kind of disaster also. He's in a big, nice car. He could have gotten kidnapped and taken away. Just a thought.
I'd like you to put Miss Rockwell up when she spins her tales on national TV. There is absolutely no evidence, not a scintilla of evidence, to suggest that he is a victim. Hold on. Gene Casares is out in the field. Gene, hasn't he been spotted in the Maserati?
You know, there have been a lot of sightings of a Maserati in and around Illinois because that is the state that all of this happened in. No sightings of him, however, but speculation is he could have abandoned the car at this point.
As a prosecutor, I know this looks really bad for him. The fact that he's on the run, the fact that neighbors didn't hear a sign of a struggle, you're exactly right. He's the last one to see her alive. They have a turbulent past. He's hit her in the past. He's on the run, Nancy. So I'm not buying these fabricated theories that he's a victim. I think that he is the number one suspect for a reason. They're going after him. We heard about sightings. Why isn't he around? Why is he saying, help bring my wife's killer to justice? It's not happening because he's somehow involved, and I don't see him as a victim here.
The FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for information that leads to Arnoldo's arrest. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so that you can watch more videos like this.